Good morning. I'm going to try something out here and see if it works, and we can discuss it tonight at this week's Chapter 5, Destination Biblical Authority. Pastor Mike has asked us the last question in the discussions section to come up with a individual or group goal for a daily scripture over the next 40 days. And I've thought about some of the things I've done in my life, and regret seems to be something that takes up or occupies a lot of my time. I think about the things I did as a child, but more importantly, the things I did as a man, and things I've done over the past 40 years probably, I'm not proud of, and I have made amends to a lot of folks. I've asked forgiveness for as many things that I recall, and there's probably a plethora of things out there that I don't. But however I behaved, I deeply regret it, and my comfort level in being as transparent as I can be, that's just who I am. I want to let everyone know that since coming to Song and Sword, my life has changed in a huge way. It's a transformation, as much like the transformation that's coming across our nation. I'm engaged. Not a day goes by that someone doesn't engage me, either on the street or a phone call or an email, about what I think about this or that in relationship to Christ, the Christian movement, particularly the young movement on campuses. I'm very excited about that. But I'm not the answer man. But I'm willing to roll up my sleeves beside everyone, and let's unpack this. And if we can't find the answer together, we can find someone who does. That I'm sure. And I think through constant prayer and meditation and reading in the Word and cross-referencing every scripture, we can take it one scripture at a time. That's the only way I know to make it work for me. But I've noticed in the past 5 weeks that I've been blessed to be surrounded by a host of people who are extremely wise and loving and caring, and it's so rewarding. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of you. So I've picked regret, oddly enough, as something that we could just study, but it's not cast in stone. We can talk about it tonight and see where that goes, and see how. But I think we can work it. And I've been doing a little reading in Ecclesiastics, and I think that in chapter 9 especially, you might want to peruse through that, and we can take it a verse at a time to see what we need to discover about that. We've all lived with some level of regret. I know we all do. We can't. We're human beings. I know I have for over 71 years. I got a closet full of those regrets, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to try to unpack some of those things with our date with destiny and put our minds at ease about the word regret. I've attended and participated in some life transformation workshops and various other meetings over the years, and a few times I've heard this phrase, "None of us is getting out of this alive." Typically, it was a speaker trying to get everyone's attention. It got mine the first time I heard it, and I had to ponder about it for a minute and go, well, he's right. And it was a little scary, but then when I realized the second time I heard it, he's right. God knows, and only God knows, the number of days we have on this planet, and we'll discover that when it's time. And because we put our faith in Jesus Christ and in our Father, as we are all children of a most high loving God. Take a look at Ecclesiastes 9:1, and I'll read this. So I reflected on all this and concluded that the righteous and the wise and what they do are in God's hands. But no one knows whether love or hate awaits them. This is so true, and we do know that, as Christ reveals to us, and is so recorded in John 3:16, For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I've known that phrase since I was a small child, and I think, yeah, that's so refreshing. To further reinforce that, John recorded in John 14, verse 6, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Given that we know just these two things, we should ask for forgiveness, seek out those we have wronged, and become willing to make amends to them and ask them for forgiveness, ask the Father forgiveness. And this will give us more of a reason to not have regret. So we can talk about this more tonight. I look forward to seeing you at 6:30 in the sanctuary. And till then, God bless you and have a great day.